Okay, well today we're going to build a preset in the Axe-FX II. We're going to start with just a blank editor window and build an amp and cab preset. Basically I'll show you the way I do it, and then hopefully if that's what you're trying to do, it makes your job there a little easier. First we drop an amp block in, drop a cab block in. We need a shunt first block and drag the cable. Boom, there you go. We'll set the cab up first. The way that I do it is set up a stereo cab, turn the link off. I use a near field and a far field speaker. I like to use the own hammer with J. Mitchell. We're going to build a Friedman BE, which is a Marcia BE amp. First one is the own hammer, and I'm thinking the V30, and then the second I need to find the J. Mitchell. I like the 65. Then I pan each speakers to center. That's about as simple as you can do it. The motor drive I now start about 2.5. It defaults at 0.25. I was recommending using it a little bit higher, but it adds a little compression as you turn it up, so you can finesse it later if you want to, but I like to start at 2.5. Back to the amp block, find the Friedman BE. I changed the input to just the left. I'm not running a stereo input into the amps. We'll turn this down so it doesn't blow our ears out. We'll leave the master volume at 5. We'll leave the drive at 5. We'll leave the presence up at about 5. That's a little loud, so we'll turn that down a little bit. Another 5 dB. Sounds okay to start, but let's see where we can go. It's about as stock as you can get it. Everything's up at noon here. This is the new Dynamics tab. The Dynamics defaults at 25. We'll leave it at stock. We'll leave it speaker drive defaulted at 0. We'll just leave it there. This is the speaker tab, and it's sort of the gold mine. It's the most important tab in this entire thing beyond the basic one. Basically, you have a PEQ inside your amp block, and it affects the way the amp works with the cab IR. We'll just start with the low end, and we'll just play a little bit at a time and let you see what it sounds like. So that's stock, and we're gonna maybe turn that up just a little bit. We'll try a little bit higher, maybe 110. You don't need to change things a lot. Change them at a little. That's maybe a little too much. Maybe split the difference here. Sounds better to me on the low end. You don't have to make big changes. Just finesse things. That's all right. Trust your ears. We'll lower the Q on this. It kind of shrinks the width of the curve. And let's work on the high end now. Just turn it up a little bit. in real life cabs, they don't have a mid resonance at all, but in the Axe-FX we do have it. So what is cool, you can do use a 1 octave curve at stock, or you can take it down and make it really wide. And as you turn it up, kind of bumps everything up from the mids. You can crank it if you want to, but I find subtleties a little bit more useful. That sounds okay. Maybe shrink it down a little bit. Just tighten it up. Not a lot, just a little. That's about it. We made a preset. Let's save it. Call it anything we want. Let's call it new preset. And save it. And that's about it. You just made a preset. So in later videos I'll look at different blocks and different settings and things. But this is pretty much the way that I set up an amp and cab preset. So if now I want to come back and tweak, it's pretty simple to do. I don't need to do a lot in that speaker tab. You can finesse things. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just trust your ear. That's the key. Usually you just start with the tone stack EQ, then come back in and work with that speaker tab. Just do the final touches in that speaker tab. What I see a lot of guys doing that have problems with their presets is you go in and look at their speaker tab and they've touched nothing in there. You don't have to change a lot, just little changes at a time. And that's it. Have a good day.